Okay, so the question is there a way to post an assignment directly in Canvas? Students can work in a Google Doc or slides or whatever and have it be their individual copy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an assignment and we're going to upload it into Canvas, not using any sort of external tool for Google Classroom or Google Docs or whatever like that. We're just going to do it the way that I always do it. It's pretty simple, it's quick, it's relatively painless, and it takes some of the onus off the teacher and puts a little bit more responsibility on the students to make sure that they are grabbing the assignments that they need. It will be up in Canvas under assignments, and we're also going to attach it to our module. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to look at the assignment. We're going to use this geography assignment that my kids are using. And I actually have it open right here so you can see what that looks like. Essentially what they're going to be doing is they're going to be coming in and they're going to be typing their ideas on the right side of the page on the assignment. I was working on this with some kids this morning, so I've actually already done some edits to it. I screenshot the map that we were looking at, and yeah, so this is what theirs will look like when they open it. It will be blank. What we need to make sure is that the files sharing properties are correct for what we want to do. And that's really simple. All we do is we click on the file, boom, and then we click on this little person with the plus sign. It says share copy of how geographers think about the world, question mark communities. What you want to do is come in here and usually it'll say restricted, only people added can open with this link. For school purposes, you want to change that to Suffolk Public Schools. Anyone in this group with this link can view. All right. So what we'll do is we'll make sure it says Suffolk Public Schools, anyone in this group with this link can view. And over here, we want to make sure it says viewer. That means that this file right here in my drive, it is mine. The students can look at it, but they cannot edit it. That's okay because they're going to be able to make their own copy of it. So I'm just going to copy this link. You can just click copy link and hit done. So now when the students get into Canvas, and this is my sandbox here, and they need to get that assignment, so now when they open it, the way that they'll see it is this right here. It'll say view only. When they click on this, some of them are going to end up clicking this and your inbox is going to get flooded. Just make sure that you tell them, hit file, make a copy, entire presentation, and then they can put it in the folder that they have set up for themselves for your class. If you haven't had the kids set up a folder for themselves for your class, I do have a quick tutorial on how to do that on my It's Mr. Gano channel. You can check that out. They can check it out too. They should already know how to manipulate things in Google Drive, how to make a folder and stuff like that. So I would tell them to hit file, make a copy, and then save it to their folder for your class. So this is what it'll look like for them. Again, they'll hit file, make a copy, entire presentation, and then they can select the folder in their drive that they made for your class. So once you have that set up, you're going to come into your class in Canvas, and there's a couple different ways to do this. I like to do it by clicking on assignments, and you can click new assignment, and we're going to name it. We're going to name it, let's just say, oh look, that's actually the name of it right there. So we have named it, and now in here, this is the important part. I'm going to explain to the students what they're going to be doing. Okay, now you can put more instructions in here, obviously, if you want to explain to them what they're going to be doing, all of that fun stuff. If it's already explained for them, like on this one, it's already explained what they're going to be doing with this, then obviously you don't need to. And then you can either copy and paste that link, and if they click on that, it'll take them right to it, or you can click external links and name it something, assignment page, and copy and paste the link in there. So that will also take them to it. What I like to do is when I say something like attached, you'll find the geographic thinking, how do geographers think about the world assignment. Boom. What I like to do is actually make that the hyperlink. So I'll highlight that, hit the hyperlink button, hit external links, paste that link in there, and now that'll make it that instead. So I can get rid of all this. Just keeps everything neat and tidy. So we'll go over all the steps one by one in a row really quickly at the end of this to show you, because this might seem like very complicated and everything, but it's actually extremely simple. So there you go, that's in there. Now you can just create the amount of points. I'm going to put 100. I'm going to put it as classwork. And the reason I set it to 100 is because we have weighted grades. So I assign everything 100 points because a 100-point classwork assignment is going to be worth less than a 100-point quiz, which is worth less than a 100-point test. So I assign it everything 100-point value, and basically, if you were to look at what that student got, if they got a 95 out of 100, they got a 95% on a classwork grade. All right, display grade is points, blah, 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 doesn't matter. Here on submission type, you're going to make sure that you have online submitted, and then click File Uploads. All right, and then you can make sure that it says assigned to everyone, and you can set due dates if you want to. What I usually do is the date that I'm assigning it, I take that and add a week. So I assign it the due date to a week out, and then I'll make it available from today until that day. And then I can hit save. Now, this is on the assignment page, but it's not in your modules. All right, so what we can do is we can actually go to our module, and we're going to connect this to that. All right, so we are in our modules, and what we want to do is add that to the modules that we have. So I've got this practice module that I was messing around with that we had to do for our Canvas training at the beginning of the year. I'm going to click the little plus button, and I'm going to add assignment. In here is a list of all the assignments you already have. That is the assignment that we just made. All right. So because of the way they have a lot of these modules set up, they have things indented and everything. You can come back and change this later, but usually the stuff the kids are working on in my geography modules are indented to 3 levels. So I'll go ahead and hit indent 3 levels, hit add item. You can see that it's right there. And I can move this underneath of whatever subject heading that I want it to be in. Okay, so there it is. All right, so that may have seemed like it was a lot. Trust me when I tell you this way works extremely well. You will at first have 1 or 2 kids saying, I can't edit it. All you have to do is just respond, hit file, make a copy. Make sure you put that in your instructions for them. So what I'm going to do is just act like this is a typical day where I am putting a new assignment in on my module, and I'm going to go about it that way. Okay, so I am going to show you how quickly this goes on just a typical day for me when I am creating an assignment in one of the modules that I teach. So. Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. You can shoot me an email, put something in the comments, and I will get back to it as soon as I can.